the top dog. Big lane no enforcer. You play, you get knocked off. I had snow working that wheel, Paul Walker for real. I swore the way he was burning cops, man, it gave me the chill. He smashing the gas when he see lights, think it gave him a thrill. Told him slow this bitch down, but
what's up, y'all? This OG Weasel Urban Conversion. I'm back again. You just now tuning in to my channel. I did 20 years on a 30-year federal prison sentence. I got released under the clemency program right before Obama left office. I had a 30-year prison sentence. I did 20 years on it. Now that I'm home, I'm talking about my journey throughout doing 20 years in prison, federal prison. I tell these stories not for glorification, to promote violence or anything like that. But if you have a sister, brother, cousin, uncle, or family member in this situation, I hope that these stories will enlighten you on the trauma and the pressure that they go through being in federal prison. I done a video the other day, and it was real long, so I'm gonna shorten this story up. I was thinking about one of my homeboys. I ain't gonna mention no names, but these are two homeboys that was out of the state of Missouri, out of St. Louis, Missouri at that. Different age groups, different federal sentences as well. Leaving Beaumont, Texas through the segregation. I left through seg, not administrative transfer. I went through a disciplinary transfer and landed in USP Hazelton. And when I get to these particular jails, even though I had been in jail 11, 12 years at the time, when I get in prison, the structure of federal prisons are already intact. I'm not bringing any new rules to no federal institution because the prison politics are what they are. And the politics of it. So when I get to USP Hazelton, I have a couple homeboys. When I say homeboys, I got a affiliate, a California affiliate that got family members in St. Louis. And him having a family member in St. Louis and being, a frequent player in the game from California to St. Louis, dealing with his family member, and knowing a lot of guys from St. Louis, he was solidified on, top dudes that he dealt with in St. Louis. But this guy was from California. Now, I got another homeboy, which was actually from St. Louis, Missouri, and he had 85 years. And I'm telling y'all this story because these are the stories that land on your ears throughout the prison system. And I couldn't believe it, hearing the story. So I'm gonna tell you a story that my homeboy that was from St. Louis, Missouri, told me about his case, intricate parts of his case, right? And he had did a substantial amount of state time, and he had went to jail kind of young or whatever in the state prison system in Missouri. And when he had came home, it's the routine of having a parole officer reporting, doing the UA, the job search, or whatever stipulations they have for you being on state parole coming home. And it could vary. So anyway, he said that the parole officer had it out for him. He said every time he come in the office, he would be threatened about getting sent back to prison. And he said he was doing everything he could possibly do, and things wasn't working out as planned for him. So up under the scrutiny of getting threatened to get sent back to prison, he had different motives of saying that he wasn't going back to prison in his head under no circumstances. So I guess after so many threats, he took the jury in his own hands, and he laid on the parole officer to knock the parole officer off. Couldn't believe it, listening to this. So when he shot the parole officer a few times, and upon leaving the scene in the situation, I think a civilian started chasing him. Then the police started chasing him. He did like 2 or 3 carjackings to get away. Now this broad daylight, as he telling me this story. Matter of fact, it's like in the morning time. So he do 2 or 3 carjackings to get away, and got away. Make it back to his neighborhood, and a couple streets over, a little kid seen him getting out the car and described and told the police once they found the car, and they was doing some door-to-doors or whatnot. I think the little kid described the man that was supposed to have got out the car, told him who had got out the car. And they got him. You know what I'm saying? So how many ever days later they got him? So upon arriving to the jail, which was a small jail in St. Louis, he get to the jail. He see an opportunity when he dressing his clothes. He's dressing out, and he take his opportunity and knock the guard out. And he taking the guard clothes. Upon almost getting the guard clothes on, another guard come in and see the other guard knocked out. So now they tussling. So when they get to tussling, the other guards come in and start helping him. So they subdue him and get him. So anyway, he get 85 years in federal prison. Now, he, at the time, I had been locked up at about 11, 12 years at the time, get the USP Hazelton. And even I had been in jail. I'm a seasoned veteran. I know what to do. I know how to walk. I know how to conduct myself. And I know how to protect myself and walk on my own as a man. But in this structure of politics in federal prison, you still have higher ups that certain things have to be revealed to them before you just do anything. This just federal prison politics. So we had another homeboy that was kind of standoffish, but me and him had a good rapport. He was standoffish, but he was under the wing of the California Crip dudes. You know what I'm saying? The Crip dude that had affiliation with St. Louis. And he's the leader of the Crips in USP Hazelton at the time. And even when I got there, he tried to recruit me. He said, I know only Crip and Bloods. I got love for the homies from St. Louis. Don't matter what you is, this and that. If you need a room, you need some assistance or whatever, we here for you. You need something, we here for you, you know. And but I'm good. At this time, I've been locked up 11, 12 years. I know how to walk. I carry myself. I know how to do my own thing. I don't need to get up under no man wing in prison. But my committee of round table of comrades of higher ups, guys that have been in jail longer than me, that been at that institution longer than me, knowing the ropes of that particular institution with the politics that go with it, and you get that information from them. So one of my the other homeboy that was from St. Louis, he was standoffish, but me and him had a good rapport, and I could tell it was a little tension between both of my homeboys, which my older homeboy was quiet, laid back, and kind of let you do you, long as you don't cause no issues, to bring no issues to the car. So he gonna let you do you. So my other homeboy was kind of up under the wing of the Crip dudes. Not really under the wing, but was like associated with them to the point that they communication, people pay attention to a lot of things, so they knew that he had an alliance with them, so. And it was a few St. Louis guys that was online with them as well, but I think the one St. Louis guy or the other St. Louis guy that was there, I think they had beat his ass and got him off the yard for something that he had done, being online with the Crips. But when you sign up with the Crips or the Bloods in federal prison, you don't have an alliance with your Midwest homeboys or your car. So as I walked through the prison system and seeing what was going on for a while, I seen that it was a light disconnect between two of my homeboys, which the older OG homie and the young homie. The young homie had been in jail 12, 13 years. He know how to walk, he carry himself accordingly, this and that. But for some reason, something had happened. The ticket man had got into it, which I got another homeboy that ran the ticket with the other ticket man. The ticket man on my side got into an altercation. He go to the hole. The next guard that come on to the next shift, they locked down at night, and the next morning when they popped the doors at 5:30, the guard just unlocked his door, which he lived in the cell by himself. So guys in the unit and different guys from different units came over there and started going in the room stealing. So when we get the information of who it all was and making sure it wasn't nobody from our way, one of my younger homeboys' name came up in it. So when his name came up in it, my older homeboy was like, oh no, he know better, he gotta go. This was the reason that he was needing to tell my homeboy he had to go. But my homeboy was so standoffish with him, I came up with the concept that my younger homeboy in the Crips, he gonna cause a rip. He gonna cause a rip somehow, some way. So, and when the time came, and my older homeboy hit me in the chest like, hey, hey homie, go on, tell him he gotta go. And if I had to come get him, it's like that. So I go, told him, I said, man, Big Bro said you gotta go, man. And he like, man, I ain't going nowhere. He say, the other homie say I ain't gotta leave. I'm like, oh shit, here go the cross. Nigga, he can't say nothing about our car. That's where the cross come in. And these two alpha males, it's a lot of alpha males in here, or portraying to be alpha males. But my big homie, strong alpha male, and this leadership of this Crip dude, alpha male. You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching this unfold because I see the cross finna come. So my younger homeboy, he walking around like he finna go get a knife or do whatever he going to do, but then I go back and tell my homie like, hey, he said he ain't going, woo woo woo. He said, what? Go finding them. We go through the hallways, we find them, we see him. Now he trying to get in different units. We in USP Hazelton. He going to doors like, tell such and such come to the door. But my homies walk him down like, you know what I'm saying? Didn't I tell you? Woo, woo, woo. So the little incident spill out into the hallway. You know what I'm saying? And the guards get him, lock them up. And a few days later, I see the Crip dude. He was like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get him out. This, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, shit. He better not come back out because it's only by the grace of God my big homeboy didn't stab him. Did not stab him, and I know he not coming out. Please don't come out. He didn't come out, but the intense moment of that situation, man, was so intense, man. Y'all couldn't even believe it, man, because we got all these California Crips. We got these different Crips from different, and I don't know, was we out, I ain't gonna say we was outnumbered because we got Chicago, we got a gang of Midwest there, but everybody most of them is under the structure of Chicago, GDs, Vice Lords, Latin Kings, Latin folks, things like that. You got Ohio car, you know what I'm saying? But they having so much internal beef in their own car, and my big homie really kind of didn't integrate with the Ohio car as much. But we had Midwest Day or something like that, and everybody bring their paperwork to the yard in USP, and we eat, drink, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But my older homeboy wouldn't go. But I went a few years that I was up there. It was pretty nice. But like I said, that intense moment, man, with two alpha males, man. My younger homeboy put us in a cross to get ready to go to war behind him not wanting to go up top, which I can kind of understand, because when somebody tell you, man, you gotta get off the yard, man, it's so dangerous. You let your pride and your ego get in the way and tell you not to go, but you got people that been to the ADX 2 or 3 different times. They doing this number that they got, this life sentence that they got. So killing you is nothing to them. Hurting you and harming you from these prison politics, they don't mind. You could be from the same city, and if you go against this institution of prison politics, you can lose your life, and it will be by the hands of somebody from your same state. This OG Weasel Urban Conversion, man. I'm out. Peace. Y'all hit that like and subscribe for me, man. Hit the comments below. Y'all let me know if that situation was could have been prevented.